Hello and welcome to Decluttering Day. If you guys are new here, I'm Catherine. My channel is KWSHOPS. You know, there's a couple of bags here on my shelf that I'm not using, a bunch of clothing that is just taking up space that I may or may not have even worn to begin with. This is why all of the sustainable fashion content creators are screaming to us, because I include myself in this, in like the purveyance of fast fashion. I mean, personally, I will indulge in some fast fashion if I know I'm gonna wear the item. This top and jeans are both from fast fashion brands, but so long as I don't completely like ruin this by staining it, I think that this is gonna last me for at least a couple of years. These jeans, pretty straightforward, pretty simple. But anyways, yeah, like there's some stuff in here that I bought and I'm just like, what was I thinking? What was I thinking? Ugh. Anyways, I will say that most of the clothing pieces that I buy are from places like the Real, and I'm going to be sending some items there. I have a couple of bags I'm contemplating parting ways with, and a couple of pairs of shoes. So we are going to get into it. Let's declutter parts of my wardrobe. Let me know if this style of video is interesting or interesting or fun for you, and let's get started. By the way, I'm running my dishwasher. You may hear sounds and stuff occasionally. So, just like many of you, I have been hoarding all of this clothing and stuff over the years. It's all been in boxes and in bins, and it's gonna be some clothing, a couple pairs of shoes, and we're gonna talk through the bags because I'm looking at one right now. I'm looking at like 4 right now, and I'm not sure yet. I realize that I'm sitting on the floor and wearing these jeans with no stretch, and we're gonna change that, BRB. So in no particular order, this is I was shopping on this local boutique site, and I saw this on a model. This is like a kind of like a drawstring cargo skirt. What was I thinking? It looked good on the e-com, but like one thing I know about myself is that I don't want to offend anyone here, I despise Y2K fashion. Why did I buy this? There's nothing wrong with the skirt. It's just a style that just did not look good on me. Another thing, and I mentioned this before, but like I'm in between sizes right now. I am in a place where like if I lose 5 pounds, I'll be fitting into my small clothes again. But I don't quite fit into things that are marked medium, but the things that are small are too small, mediums are too big. That's just kind of a hurdle that I've been having just because of the way my body's proportioned. And yeah, this looks absolutely dreadful on me. This is gonna go in the thread up box. A tiger wrap top from Nasty Gal. Yeah, wrap top is either it's supposed to wrap or it's supposed to just be here like this. I convinced myself that I was gonna wear this with my Dionysus bag, and shock, surprise, horror, never happened. I have had this sitting in my closet forever. I really like the colors and the print, but to be honest, like where am I going? Where am I going, and who am I gonna be when I get there? No. Outside of the size change, I just think that it's a pretty good rule of thumb that if you haven't worn something in 5 years, then you should let it go. Let it go, and you're not going to miss it. Off to thread up. What I would tell my younger self is that I don't like floral prints. Too dainty and too like wispy, too feminine, too girly. I don't do it. I don't like it. And the other thing too that I need you guys to remember, it is October. The better time to sell stuff like this is in the summertime, like beginning to middle of spring is when stuff like this is better to send to these companies, but that's not where we are right now. If I were trying to clear more money for these items, then I would try to sell them in the spring, in the early spring to mid-spring time. But the amount of difference, honestly, for stuff like this, it would be a measurable, like it would be measurably higher, but not to the point where I want to continue, where I want to store this stuff for another 6 months. It's been sitting in the back of my closet for probably a year, and I've been too lazy to actually do the work, purge it, and send it with a shipping label to ThredUp. This is a dress from Abercrombie. I've worn it a couple of times, but it's cute, it's fine. It has a slip underneath, sheer on this part, little flared kind of like ruffle tiered skirt here on the bottom. It's cute. I wore it with like combat boots, and it was cute. It was cute, but I don't wear florals. So what am I not allowed to ever buy again, guys? Florals. This came from The Real, and it is going right back there. If you can believe it, it's supposed to be a dress. It's supposed to be a dress. You may have seen it in my like mini haul vlog thing. I don't know if I actually posted that, but this was supposed to be a dress, and it is in frame with me right here. Obviously it does stretch out a little bit longer, like once you put it on. It is very, very stretchy, as you can see, but once again, this is like a sizing thing. I love a good bodycon black dress. They're really easy to wear. I like that it had buttons. It's long sleeve, really good for fall, but it is just a little bit inappropriate for some of our curves over here. So unfortunately, this one was final sale. I didn't get it for like any crazy money, but it has the real tag on it, and it's going right back to the real. I'm not happy about this one, not at all. This is a sheer high neck striped top from Missoni. Now this isn't like a normal Missoni style print. Years ago at one of my old jobs, we had a dress from this collection that was all silk, and I absolutely adored it. Later on, I found this blouse, and it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's sheer. Although it's like pink and purple, this isn't like colors that necessarily scare me. It's just, I have outgrown this. Back then I was like maybe a size or two smaller, my hair was straight, and I'll tell you, one thing you guys maybe don't realize, maybe you guys don't know this if you don't have huge curly hair like I do, neck holes, look how big this neck hole is. Like, that might be the circumference of my entire head, and then you're supposed to button it up behind the neck here. So everything about me back when I bought this was smaller. No, I'm not particularly pleased with having to let this one go, but we're accepting that it's time. This one is Missoni, and the condition on it is good. The condition on it is very good. I've only worn it a couple of times, so it's going to The Real. I was contemplating starting a collection of Louis Vuitton St. Clouds from my birth year, and I have since revised, at least for now. Maybe one day I'll find one in black or that really beautiful cognac color they make, but the green one, I'm going to be putting this one up on my Poshmark, possibly eBay, but we'll see. Yeah, this is the St. Cloud GM. It's a great bag, nothing wrong with it. I just have a great one already in monogram. I don't need, and really, I need to declutter and I need to downsize. So some of the bags on my shelf have to go, and this is going to be one of them. So, okay, some more Zara. I think I've worn this in videos. I thought that this was going to be able to be a neutral with a pop of color, and it's the color. I can't wear color. I've given up on color. The color train has left the station, and I am wearing taupe brown, gray, white, black, navy. Did I say brown already? Brown. Maybe brown twice. That's it. So I was actually really excited about this one. This is a Norma Kamali dress that's kind of like a Skims dupe. I'm kind of in a place where I don't want to give certain reality TV families my money, but I liked the dress. You know, you know the dress. You know the dress. I liked it, and I tried it on, and I was like, oh yeah, this is great. You know, when I think about how, yes, I am, you know, homebound for the most part, I when I'm homebound, when I'm working from home, I'm sitting at my desk, I'm sitting in the desk chair, and when I wear stuff that's actually long, like the ends of it get like rolled up into the wheels of my desk chair, and that it's just a waste. This is Norma Kamali, and I can just tell that the quality on this is like really amazing. Like the bottoms of it are weighted down. I'm a bit on the taller side, so this actually works for my length. If I wanted to pull it down even more and wear it with heels, then it would also work. But you know, actually, I'm not gonna lie, like the other day I saw someone wearing one of those like Skims type of dresses. I think she was like a hostess at a really nice restaurant, and I just have it in my head that that dress is for the house. So it, to me, in my head, it looked like being in a nightgown. Am I wrong for that? I don't know. But anyways, this is a 3/4 sleeve. It's gonna be great for someone else. The brand Norma Kamali, they sell that at Revolve. They sell it at like the Nordstrom and Saks. So that is gonna go in the Real pile. By the way, I bought it from the Real anyway, thinking that I could rock the look, and I can't. These are from last year. My Chanel mule sandals. They were meant to replace my Chanel slides, and I think the era of me and Chanel shoes is over. Now there's nothing terribly wrong with these other than they're just not my style. Pardon the staining on the inside. I'm gonna try and clean them up a little bit before I send them off. I'm wearing tweed sandals. Really? No, I'm not. No, I'm not. Now these are cool because, cool, okay, I'm taking that back. They're not cool. Nothing tweed is cool. I'm sorry, I said it. But they have the platform, so it gives you a little bit of lift. These were like the hot shoe from like, the hot style of shoe for like 2 years ago or so. And I'll be honest, I think I just got excited. That I found a pair of shoes in a local consignment store that were my size. Now I wear a 9, which is usually a 40 in European shoes, especially Chanel. These are a 40.5, and they fit me. And it's just like, I'm sure different sizes of people can relate to this in different ways, but if you're an odd size, so to speak, and you find something that fits you, even if you don't know that you love it, like the fact of you finding it kind of like is the exciting part. And like I would have felt guilty leaving them in the store, and what I need myself mostly, and maybe you guys as well, to understand is that you don't have to take things home. You don't have to actually possess things in order to appreciate them, to love them, especially if you know that they're not your style. Decided that I don't really like mules. I don't like spending a whole bunch of money on shoes, and I definitely don't like tweed. And you know what? I'm gonna go on a limb and say, like, I'm over Chanel. Over it. So now let's look at some bags. First, again, okay, in no particular order, do I need this? Do I need to have, what is it, 24 handbags? Probably not. First, I'm considering my Goyard Isabel. It hasn't done anything wrong. This is a great bag. There's nothing wrong with it. I love it. I carry it all the time. The condition on it is great. The corners on it are like pretty good. If you want to see a full review on this bag, then I did one in the beginning of the year, so I'll try to put that in the info cards, which are somewhere here on screen, as well as in the description box down below. But I mean, I just feel like it's a tote bag. I think that it would probably sell decently. This one I'm going to submit to Fashion File and see what they say, and if the number is right, then potentially I will think about letting it go. But you know what? I'll be honest. Now that I'm looking at it, I don't want to. I think I'm having like a luxury hipster kick again, and I see a lot of people carrying Goyard totes, and I hate this about myself, but I don't like when I'm wearing the same thing that other people are wearing. And now, it's not entirely the same, but I think this little distinction is lost on most people. I just remember walking to the airport a couple months ago and seeing just like 7 Goyard bags. And I was like, oh my god, I'm now one of 8. I hate me. I'm the worst. either y'all are gonna be mad at me or I'm gonna be mad at myself. Do I want to sell this? I don't know. I don't know. Vintage 1994, giant Chanel tote, giant CC, caviar, comes with a card. Super useful, great for travel, great as a work bag. Sits on the shoulder really nicely. I think that this would go for like a good price, but I also really enjoy having it. It really complements my style. But I mean, if I wanted or needed to replace this bag, there are others out there. I'm gonna link these down below because they're out there. I've seen them on the Real. This one in the condition that it's in, coming with the card, is just, it's great, and I love that I have one. But when I'm considering, if I need to have this, at least in this season of my life, I have to think about it. So yeah, comment down below. I don't know. The other thing too is that I know a lot of you guys probably saw my Hermes video. I feel that same way about most of those points about Chanel. And Chanel as a brand, I'm over. But I love this bag. I don't know. I have to think about it. This one has done nothing wrong. I use it all the time. Plenty useful, plenty good. I would say that maybe it's like a teensy bit too small for me personally. This is very much a daytime bag. It's great, it's super practical, really, really easy to wear. Like you can see, like even with this outfit that I'm wearing now, it would be perfect. I just feel like, you know, I don't like small bags. I know that about myself. I don't like them. I don't like small bags. And this is called a BB. Now for someone else, this would be like a big or medium or regular size bag, and I just find that I don't like playing like bag Tetris anytime I want to get my things out. The only thing about this bag is that if I were to want to replace it down the line, this color is very rare. This is the only one I've ever seen in this beige tone. Most of them are rose ballerine. Some of them are black with the I think it's nomad leather, kind of like my Belmont. Like, I like this a lot. I use this often. But if something has to go, I part ways with it. Let me know what your thoughts are. It is high time that I come to grips with the fact that I am not this fashionable. I'm just not. And that's okay. This is for a girl that goes to Fashion Week. This is for a girl that wears the outfits. And I'm not that girl. I'm not her. She and I are not twins, sisters, cousins, neighbors, or fellow citizens. We just aren't. I am not in the fashion stratosphere for this bag. I love it. Aesthetically, it is beautiful to me. It's so unique. It took an effort for me to style this in 4 ways, and like, you think it wouldn't be that hard. It wouldn't be that hard. Like, I've mentioned this before, and you guys like have given suggestions, and what I'm telling you is that it never works, at least not on me. Pretty much, I've come to grips with the, like, me and my hair. Like, we're not sleek. We're not like well coiffed. We're not. We are just kind of like, do with it what you will. And I've come to terms with that, right? But I feel like that, like, my puffy kind of like done but undone, curly, fuzzy, puffy hair look doesn't work with this. So this is our moment. We are saying goodbye to, I'm really not happy about this, but I have to pull the plug. We have to break up. This hurts me more than it hurts you. Okay, now I'm not gonna bore you all with my entire rundown of everything that I'm sending off to ThredUp and the Real. But yeah, we're going to UPS today to drop off the ThredUp stuff to the Real stuff. Yeah, this is just a reminder, like, purging is okay, but I really do want to be more meticulous with what I bring into my wardrobe and into my collection. Like, again, the bags that I talked about today, like, they haven't done anything wrong, right? They didn't do anything but be themselves. A lot of them especially like this one, the Palace. I use this all the time, but you know, I'm just looking at my bag shelf and I'm looking at like how much I have, and I just feel like it doesn't need to be that much, at least for now. At least for now. Like, I have other priorities in the moment, and yeah, having a collection is great if you're a collector, but you know, sometimes you just do need to purge, and most of these things I'll be able to find at other points in my life if I decide. I will say that normally when I sell something, I don't miss it after the fact. Also too, do remember that I do these either yearly or semi-annually. Do you think that I'm going to regret selling the Chanel tote? Do you think that I'm going to regret selling the Goyard? I haven't decided I'm actually selling them at this point, but I have a feeling that it may not happen. I don't know. I'll keep you guys posted in my YouTube community tab or on Instagram if I do end up selling these items. More than likely I won't be selling them privately because of things we talked about earlier. My views on selling my own things myself. Doing that labor is something that I have no patience for anymore, and I am literally willing to make less money on my end to offset that labor to someone else. And that is what consignment and when it is important to remember that when you send your things to consignment and resellers, they are giving you a service that you have to pay for in some fashion. So with that, I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna go list some of this stuff on eBay, submit it to Fashion File, get my shipping labels ready, and yeah, I'll see you guys in my next one.